Good Packer Nation morning, everybody. I hope you all are doing really well. Had a great Labor Day weekend. Probably back to the grind today. It's Tuesday, but football's on the way. Starting Thursday, lots of good stuff coming up. I am going to be talking about how we're moving on from Josh Sitton today, and then moving on. I've got some thoughts on Jacksonville that I kind of want to crystallize with you guys today. So jump on, let me know who you are and where you're coming at me from as we do Packer Nation roll call to get started today. And I am sporting my cut bottle coffee mug that I made myself today. I'm fond of taking these bottles and reusing them, and so I'll be drinking my coffee out of that, which is hey, however you can get your coffee, to me, is a good thing, and this is a great one. Trent, I was going to say, too, Trent's here, Terry's here, and Sean is back. Good to see you guys. I was going to say I'm getting on really fast before Trent gets on my personal Facebook and is like saying, where you at, dude? So, hey, Trent, good to see you, man. Eric is here, Scotty, Tammy, Trish, and Jared Dixon is back. Good to see you. Jim, Jesse, Tim, good morning from New Mexico. All right. We got Ludington, Michigan. I'm not sure where that's at. It's been a long time since I've been up to Michigan. Dennis is here, and Jared is glad. Yes, cheers, man. Got to have the coffee. And it's my own today, too. Hi, Amanda, Daniel, Christina, Samantha, and Jeff. It's good to see all of you guys on board today. I got a chance to look at the interviews that the rest of the Packers linemen, well, not the rest of the Packers linemen, I shouldn't say that, but TJ Lang and Brian Bulaga got on and talked about the Josh Sitton situation. And I just want to say that those guys are consummate professionals. This was a difficult, they were, both of the interviews, they're very genuine. Both of them basically said we were really shocked, and it took us a while to get over this, kind of deer in the headlights for just a moment. But then they said, we're moving on. And both of them expressed how they have all the confidence in the world in Lane Taylor and the fact that he has started a couple games for them and he's done very well in practice and in the preseason for them up to this point. Yesterday I said that I am not one of those guys who thinks the sky is falling because we cut Josh Sitton. My main concern was that we didn't get anything for him. And yes, I do think we could take a step back. I'm not saying that Taylor is going to be better than Sitton. We'll see. He's certainly going to have a chance to prove it. But I just thought that those interviews were great. If you get a chance and you haven't already seen them, those are at Packers.com, and they interviewed Bulaga and they interviewed Lang as well, talking about how, it's hard to see a good friend go, and actually saying that he's kind of thankful that he signed. Number one, happy for him that he signed in Chicago. Didn't take long, folks, did it? And also happy that he's going to be close. So, it's not the ending that a lot of us maybe would have wanted, but, it's good to see Sitton with a job, and it did not take long at all. Hector says, good morning, everybody. Sean is here. Hey, man. Sean's from Ohio. Good to see you. Scotty, Paul, Ricky, good to have all you guys on board today. So, we have to move on. Packer Nation understands, especially with Ted Thompson as a GM, and especially in terms of the offensive line, that there are going to be times when we're going to have to move on, and that's exactly what we're going to have to do. We got I love how, I think it was Bulaga put it too, we got a game against Jacksonville to prepare for. There's no time to sit around and stew about what's happened in the past and the roster cuts. That's always kind of a quiet day, and this one was particularly difficult for these guys, and I understand that, but I love that they're ready to move forward. And I was tempted this morning. I've been so tempted, and I actually made a chart up to go back and plus minus Taylor in every single snap, and I got on today, and replay was failing on it. It just wouldn't work. So I think I've got that up and running, and now I think I'm so over it, I want to go on to Jacksonville. So I've basically got, again, Jacksonville versus Cincinnati in their third preseason game, what I consider to be the dress rehearsal, and what I think is a very good sort of touchstone for what the Green Bay Packers would have to do to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I'm going to probably be watching that instead at this point. We got Danny from Los Angeles. Awesome, man. So I probably will just be moving on to that because this Jacksonville game is looking really interesting. And remember, we've talked about this in the past. Jacksonville spending a lot of time, effort, and draft picks and money on their defense, and we watched Cincinnati come in, and here's what I really think the Packers have an opportunity against Jacksonville, and I think that even though Jacksonville they may really make a splash down the road, because as this defense gels, there's a lot of good players out there, and people coming back, getting healthy that they're excited about. But that Cincinnati game, I think what I said last time, I'm starting to change my mind in terms of how I would approach it, all right? If I were coach for a day. Initially, and I think this is what the Packers are going to do, I think the Packers are going to try to run Eddie Lacy straight down their throats. I think we can be successful in that. It's interesting because Cincinnati was really able to run the ball effectively. But what they also were able to do, and I think we might start off with this instead, so I'm sort of flip-flopping my take on this game. I say we spread these guys out. There were gaps and openings, and when you spread these guys out, they had a lot of difficulty. I think we have a chance. Go trips left, trips right. Get Randall Cobb out there on the edge. Block him up. And I think we can have a huge day. And what that would do then, of course, because once you start spreading the defense out, what's it going to open up? Middle of the field is going to open up. Then we stuff Eddie Lacy down their throat from that point on. I think we can have a lot of success if we're able to do that. Frankly, I think we could do it either way. I think we could run it, and then once we suck them in, we could spread it out. But I would like to see the Packers and the coaching staff go ahead and spread it out. Take advantage. How about a guy named Jared Cook? Take advantage of spreading them out. Put pressure on that once the defense has to adapt. Now, run Eddie Lacy and James Starks up the middle, and let's get that running game going into the second and third quarter. And if we do that, I suspect that we can roll out to the fourth quarter and not have to put anything on the line, because there's a lot less risk when you're able to run the ball than throwing it, even though, of course, we have less risk than anybody in the league because Aaron Rodgers is so protective about throwing the football and does such a great job. Joe Ringo is saying, hey, I like the Ringo name, man. You must be related to Christian Ringo. Yeah, he's saying Eddie Lacy is set for a breakout season. And again, we can do that by forcing him from the get-go until teams stack the box and then spreading it out. I do think we have an opportunity this time around to spread these guys out. And even with Lacy, we can spread these guys out. Have you noticed this? Eddie Lacy has been beating teams to the edge this preseason. That's not Eddie Lacy's MO, right? Can I get a thumbs up for Eddie Lacy beating teams to the edge in this preseason? I've seen it at least 2 times where he just plain makes the corner and he's too fast to be caught. Linebackers can't get to him in time. That is a different Eddie Lacy, and one that I love. I am very interested to see, a lot of people excited about Eddie Lacy, the kind of shape he's in. And again, that gives us a little bit, another reason I like my new approach, and again, this is my approach. I'm sure Mike McCarthy isn't going to call me on the phone the night before and say, hey, Brady, I'm having second thoughts about my approach to the offense against Jacksonville. Could you give your input? I'm not expecting that call. Now, if he calls, I'll calm him down. I'll talk him off the ledge. I promise, my friends, I will do it. But I don't expect the call. However, if you have, now remember, here's the biggest shakeup we've seen in the entire offseason, right? It started out, our biggest shakeup for a while was B.J. Raji suddenly taking a hiatus, right, on defense. Well, our biggest shakeup now, is it not the fact that we have J.C. Tretter starting at center? That's a surprise. Now we add to that, Lane Taylor is going to be the starting guard. Bakhtiari has not worked with this guy. Don't you think it would behoove us to give those guys as much help as we can? What better help can we give them than spreading a defense out and letting Eddie Lacy then run the ball down their throats? All right, Will Big Dog is like, Coach Brady. Yeah, I know. Hand me my whistle, folks. But hey, these are my thoughts, and I think it's a valid strategy at this point. And I've watched Jacksonville again. I understand too. Paul is asking about Jordy Nelson. Everybody wants to know about Jordy Nelson. I've explained my opinion of Jordy Nelson about 50 times now, but Waylon says first touchdown goes to Nelson. He could do it from like 35 out. Yeah. But anyway, I think that this is a valid approach. I've watched these guys play, but I do understand that even the third preseason game, this dress rehearsal game, the defenses again are still vanilla. But what I am seeing, I believe, is that the Packers, because we are such a good downfield blocking team, and we've got guys like Jared Abbrederis out there that have shown that they can take the ball and make one guy miss. And if we block it up right, we can gash teams, and then they have to respond. You got to start cheating your safeties out. You have to start maybe working with your linebackers a little bit, and all of a sudden we got Eddie Lacy into the second level and the third level later on, maybe toward the last half of the first quarter. And again, of course, they're going to throw runs in between. You got to keep everybody honest, but I think it's a real opportunity for us. And again, I was talking to my oldest about, the fact that Josh Sitton is exiting. And he's of the opinion that this could be a huge problem. And of course, we were talking about how if we see Aaron Rodgers get hurt by somebody coming through the guard, I think Ted Thompson will be swinging from the top of Lambeau Field at this point. I hope that doesn't happen. But I think that I'm tempted to watch Lane Taylor every single play at this point, but I think he's going to be fine. And I love that the rest of our offensive line is totally getting behind him. And they say they're making no bones about the fact that he's got big shoes to fill. But if I was coaching, if I was standing on the sideline, I would be seriously considering trying to give them schematic help by spreading the defense out first and then running Eddie Lacy down their throats and letting him enjoy. I mean, offensive linemen love to run the ball. They love run blocking. And what I'm not saying is that I want to see us drop maybe 7-step drops from Aaron Rodgers. What I'm talking about is quick outs, well-blocked quick outs, slants to Cook, et cetera, and that will spread the defense out, and then we can run the ball. So, all right. Adam is saying, don't torture yourself by watching Lane. Well, the plays we tend to see are the bad ones. That's why I want to watch it again, because I know there's some good stuff in there. Steve is saying play action will be big. I think one thing I think we have to do is we have to continue to improve on special teams. The Jacksonville Jaguars have a good return man. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but we've got to make sure that our kick coverage is sound, and we will see. So the question about Jordy Nelson, I guess I'll just rehash again. I think he's going to be fine. He's going to have to make sure the only thing that might take a while is for him to get to feel natural cutting again and to trust that knee. But all systems are go. Everything looks like a green light, and I wouldn't mind seeing him score from about 35 out, and then there won't be any question about how Jordy Nelson is. So, but at the same time, if there's anything that we still need to do and we need to we need to limit his reps, I have no problem with that either. So I think the most important thing is Jordy Nelson coming back at the right time and in the right way. And that's the way the team is approaching it. So it will be interesting to see, and I can't wait. Let's do this, shall we? Let's just pop up a heart on the screen if you are just going to be happy to see Jordy Nelson take the field once again with Aaron Rodgers, Randall Cobb, now Jared Cook, with Eddie Lacy, with Jared Abbrederis and Ty Montgomery. Jordy Nelson back on the field again. I think it's going to be fantastic to see. I know Jordy is stoked to get back out there and prove that he's 100%, and I freaking can't wait. And again, there's another play-in to my strategy is why not get out there and let Jordy Nelson, Jacksonville, they've added to their defensive backfield. Let's make them prove it. They got youth back there. They got Devon House back there, Ramsey back there now, I think. And let's see how that goes. Let's put the pressure on them. Let's spread them out and do some quick passing. Let's get the inside game going, or let's get the outside game going, and then pressure from the inside, okay? Well, of course, we got to mix it up, but we'll see how it goes. But as you can tell, I can't wait for regular season football. And guys, it starts Thursday the 8th because we get to see a rematch between the Denver Broncos and the Carolina Panthers. I think this is going to be a very different story than the Super Bowl. Of course, Denver, Peyton Manningless Denver, but they still have a great defense. Did have a few exits there, so it'll be interesting to see. I'm going to be watching that game. We are creating an event. We are going to be showing off the new game, folks. You will get a chance to see the new game. Just a little taste. Just a little taste. We're not going to give you even half of what this thing can do right now, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to create an event. Haven't completed the planning stages of it yet, but we've just putting the announcement out there. What I might do is just go live in my house while I'm watching. I don't even know who. There are not going to be many people over here this time around, I don't think. But I may just go live, take you around the place, and talk about the game. And then we're going to go ahead and get a little teaser taste out there for you because, as you recall, those of you who sign up, and again, you can just go to GPN. JR has actually pinned the post to the top of the Facebook fan page as well. It says, get in before the app even comes out. You can go to greenbaypackernation.com, and there's just a simple form there. All I need is your name and number and your email address. Send it to me, and I send you a personal invite from my phone to yours to invite you on to play this new game. Hasn't even come out, coming out in October. And what you're going to understand is that when the regular season starts here, beta testing is going to be going on. This thing is all going on behind the scenes. Nobody's going to know about it, and you guys are going to get it before any of your friends know about it, okay? So go ahead and get the ring, is what we like to say. I'm wearing the Precious, my Precious. And I am praying that I am good enough at this game to keep anyone from prying it from my hands, which I highly doubt I'll be able to do because I am looking at the number of players out there. Guys, it's going to be huge. Get in now. Sign up. We are probably going to be offering more prizes than just the trophy, which is the Precious. So stay tuned. We are considering throwing some T-shirts at everybody who hits the leaderboard. I'm not sure whether the leaderboard is going to be top 10 or top 50 or what, or if it's just going to stream out whatever. But we again, Samantha, she's saying take my ring off. The Precious has become famous very fast. Frankly, I am getting ready. Thumbs up if you're ready I'm getting ready to make I Want the Precious T-shirts and make them available for everybody out there. The Precious is very, very popular right now. And Terry's given me his size. Yeah. Hey, unlimited sizing on this thing, okay, forever. And guys, we're going to be doing this for forever. We're going to be rolling out a new trophy every year, I think. The way this looks right now, it's going to be so much fun. You're going to enjoy it. Hector says you're tripping because he's ready to take Precious home with him. It's going to be a great season. It's going to be a lot of fun. I just love the idea that we're going to be finally get to see the Packers play again. Excited about this season. Obviously, we had a little bit of a deer in the headlights moment with Sitton being cut, but we know that we're on a path, and there's only one end to this path, right? And it is to get the ring. That is what Packer fans go for every single year. And on the same token, when we watch the Packers play, now we're going to be playing for another ring at the same time. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. I am so looking forward to this season for so many different reasons right now. I just can't wait. So Joe is saying can't put in a Germany phone. It should be able to do any international because we're already in Germany. So go ahead and fill out the form. Should be able to get it. If you haven't been able, you can always message me through GPN and let me know what you're running into. So, all right. So I'm going to close it up with that, guys. I do think I've got a different tack for Jacksonville. Again, this weekend, we're going to have to be putting up all of our predictions. It's going to come down to another prediction Friday. So we get regular season opener on Thursday. You guys get to see the game. Prediction Friday, and then we roll into another weekend, folks. The bright spot of coming back to work after a long weekend is a short week, folks. All right? So it's all coming up really fast. and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. I'm going to let you go for today. I hope you have a great Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We're going to hit hump day, and then we're going to on Thursday be ready to start this regular season off. 2016 is here, and Prediction Friday, and then roll into the Packers season and the opening weekend for us, folks. So I hope you have a great day. We'll talk to you again soon. Everybody go to greenbaypackernation.com, jump on, get your invite sent in so you can get this thing before it even comes out, because everybody gets a chance in Packer Nation to get the ring. Have a great day, guys. Talk to you later.